Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am on a financial freedom journey with my family, and I share all about that on this channel. What I also share on this channel is about my goals, and this has been something that I've been doing for the last probably 3 years on this channel, is talking about our goals. Last year I fell off from doing my quarterly updates, and this year I'm really trying to get back in a good routine. So I am reporting to you my progress on my 2023 goals. I will have my 2023 goals video linked in the bio if you guys want to go watch that, but I will be going over that here in this video as well, so you probably don't really need to go rewatch that whole video. But I also wanted to just recap on my 2023 vision board too. If you guys didn't watch this video, I will also link that below as well. So this is just a quick glance at my 2023 vision board, and I loved filming that video. So if you guys haven't watched it, go check it out. They're like some of my favorite videos to film. They don't get a ton of views. I don't care. Because I will continue to post them every single year because I love vision boarding and I think it's so much fun. So just wanted to give you guys a little peek at my vision board if you guys did not watch that video. But let's go ahead and go over our goals. I do have 6 main personal goals and 4 main financial goals. So let's go ahead and start with our personal goals for 2023. So my first personal goal for 2023 is to read 12 books. I am happy to report that I've actually already done this. I've actually read 15 books already. So we are, at the end of April. I've already read 15, almost 16 books. I'm about to finish the one that I'm reading right now. I have always loved to read, and it's just something that I feel like I kind of lost when I became a parent. And I think that as my kids, we just had our last baby in January. And so I feel like as my kids are now getting older and we are getting out of phases, I feel like I'm starting to kind of find myself again. And it's a little bit of a weird process because it's almost like a, mourning process of like being done having kids, but it's also like a really happy time because I feel like I'm finally getting back to like my self, or like who I kind of was before I had kids. Like I'm finding new hobbies and I'm just having more time for myself and doing the things that I love to do. Because if you guys have had kids or known people that have had kids even, you kind of lose yourself during that time, during that, first year or even maybe 2 years of your kids' lives. Like they're just so dependent on you, and it's very tough, especially as a mom, because I feel like I kind of bear most of the mental and the emotional toll of having kids. Just, that's just kind of how it falls typically. And so it's been quite the process. But this year I have really just decided to dedicate myself to myself and really try to focus back on like the things that fill my cup and the things that make me happy. So another thing that I do every single year is I select a word of the year. And so for 2023, I had picked the word committed. And it's interesting how over the first quarter of the year, that word has kind of transitioned for me into a little bit of a different meaning than I had originally chosen it for. So when I had picked the word committed, I had kind of more so thought of it as like committed to my goals and that, but it's honestly just become more of like a commitment to myself, to put myself first, to, say no to things that I don't want to do. And just, I don't know if it's just getting older, getting into like closer to my mid 30s, but I just feel like I am finally just ready to put myself first after a lot of years of not doing that. So it's just kind of interesting how that has kind of developed over the year. But that was my word for 2023, is committed. And I feel like I have really been like embodying that in many ways, and even ways that I didn't see myself initially doing so. So if you guys don't set a word of the year, I would highly recommend that you do so. It's not too late. It's never too late. You can just set the word. I mean, it's no like special process or anything. You just pick one. And I feel like it helps me when I'm feeling a certain type of way about my goals or feeling down about myself. I just kind of think of that word and I'm like, you know what? No, this year I am committed. I am committed to myself. I'm committed to my goals. I'm committed to my family. I am a committed person. And so sometimes I just need that like pep talk for myself. So 12 books, that is already done. Okay. So I'm really feeling good that we've already checked one off of the list and we are on the first one. So second goal is a good workout routine, more than 10 workouts per month. So this is something that's been on my goals list for years. I've always not struggled with working out, but I feel like it's always something that I need to be mindful of, because if I'm not, I feel like I can fall off really easily, if that makes sense. So I have stuck to this. So January, February, and March, I worked out more than 10 times. I think January I worked out the most. I think I worked out closer to 20 times in January. And so far in April, I've also done, I think, like 12. So I've been really doing well on my workout routine, which again, committed to myself. I feel like this has been something that has been really top of mind for me and really important to me. So that is going really well. And then my third goal is the 5,000 minute badge on Peloton. So if you guys use Peloton, they have an annual challenge that goes throughout the entire year, and you earn badges based on the number of minutes that you work out. So my goal for 2023 was to get 5,000 minutes of exercise through the Peloton app. And I'm currently at almost 2,000, I believe. I'm like, I think 200 minutes off of 2,000. So I'm pretty close to the 2,000 minute badge, which I think that means I'm pretty close to being on track. I don't actually know. I haven't been tracking this like super closely, but I'm pretty sure I am on track for that. So that's really exciting. Number 4 was to create an estate plan. So I'm really excited because I can also check this one off because we did this in February. So if you guys have been following me for a little while, I actually did have this as a goal of last year, and I just did not get to it. We had a new baby in January of last year. And so I feel like the whole year I was like really just, this was not a top of mind item for me. So I'm really happy that my husband and I did this. We went through a local estate planner, an attorney that did our estate plan. She did an excellent job. She was very affordable. And I just feel really good that we have this in place, and it's, safe, protected, and, all of our assets are good now, and I don't have to worry. And like all of our wishes for our kids are, written down in there, and really happy that we did that. So I'm also really happy that I get to check that off. And also I get to check off the next one as well, because number 5 was to go on a family vacation, which we did in March. So if you guys have followed me, I did post about that. I posted our vacation budget video. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely go do so. I posted that a couple of weeks ago, and I actually went over like our real number budget for our vacation. So if that sounds interesting, go check that out. But we did go on vacation. We went to Florida with my sister and her family and my own family, and it was so much fun. Awesome time. So thankful that we had that opportunity to do that, and I can't wait to do it again, hopefully next year. And my final personal goal for 2023 is to stay consistent with YouTube. And I'm not going to check this one off, obviously, because this is kind of a whole year goal, but I have definitely done this in the first quarter of 2023. I have been consistent. I've been posting, pretty much twice a week, every single week, but at a minimum, I've posted at least once a week. And so I'm feeling really good about that. As the year progresses and I get more busy, especially over the summer, I'm not guaranteeing to myself that I'm going to be posting 2 videos a week, but I am hoping to stay consistent and at least post 1 video a week for the rest of the year. I think that should be totally fine. As long as you guys are willing to watch my videos, I will continue to post them. So yes, I'm planning on being here for the long haul, and I really enjoy sharing with you guys, sharing my journey. And yeah, so staying consistent, I think we are doing a good job of that. So our next section is actually our financial goals. So we have 4 main financial goals. The first was to save up $10,000 for a new car, which we did this. We actually just finished this goal the first week of April. So really happy about that progress. But yes, we actually have not still purchased the car yet, but that's a whole nother story. But we are hoping to soon. That money's just sitting in savings until we go and buy a car. So we're just hanging on to it for now. We haven't actually, pulled the trigger and gotten anything yet, but hopefully coming soon. I'll definitely let you guys know how that pans out. And then our next goal is to actually max out my husband's Roth IRA, which is a $6,500 goal. And we're actually in progress on this goal right now. So if you guys have been watching my Debt Free Fridays, you've seen our progress towards this goal. We're at just over $1,000 and our goal is $6,500. So I feel like we're doing really well on these goals. As far as our financial goal progress for the year, I think think we are pretty much right on track. If you guys watched my 2023 net worth and financial goal video a few weeks ago, I did post about that as well. So you guys can also see these financial goals every single month in that video. So I'm not going to dwell too much on these, but we are, I think, on track, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to do at least the first 3. This last one is actually a stretch goal. I'm not sure if we'll be able to max out my Roth IRA as well, but I'm hopeful that we'll be able to accomplish all of these goals. And our third goal actually is also to pay down our mortgage by $15,000, which I never expected that this would be such a controversial topic, but especially on my Instagram, not so much on YouTube, because I feel like you guys like know me and understand where I'm coming at with this, but especially on Instagram, this gets a lot of flack, you know, a lot of heat. People get fired up in my comments about the paying off the mortgage. So we do have a goal of paying off $15,000 of principal on our mortgage this year. Yeah, I don't know. That's just our plan. So having a paid off house is a part of our retirement plan. It's important to me to have a paid off house before we turn, 60 years old, which is where we would be if we, paid our whole 30-year mortgage. I understand that this is not the most financially responsible or the decision that makes the most financial sense necessarily, but it's, what we're going to do. I don't always make decisions that make the most financial sense. I am a real person, and I think that sometimes people can forget that we are all real people with feelings and emotions, and if we all knew the right financial decisions to make, well, honey, I wouldn't have had $130,000 of debt, okay? So clearly, I'm not always thinking with my financial brain here, but that's okay. It's still a good decision. Like I will fight anybody who tells me that paying down my mortgage is better than spending that money on something else. So yes, that's where we're at. Okay. I'm not going to get too fired up in this video, but it irks me. I feel like when people on Instagram tell me that this is, stupid or it doesn't make sense or, whatever. So my message to you guys is to write your own financial goals and make the decisions that you want to make with your finances, and don't let somebody on the internet tell you that what you're doing doesn't make sense, because you're not them and they're not you, and they can't make those decisions for you. So do the financial goals that make you happy and fill your cup, and enjoy your own financial decisions. So trying to get off that tangent now, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I always enjoy filming these because I feel like it kind of brings me back to reality with my goals, and the more that I touch these goals throughout the year, I feel like the better I end up doing at the end of the year, because they're more top of mind for me, and the more that I'm looking at them, the more I have to explain to you guys if I am not meeting them. So I do think it is a great process for me to go through every single quarter, to have to kind of come back and report to you guys how it's going. And let me know in the comments down below, what are some of your goals for this year? How are your goals going? Did you pick a word of the year? Please let me know what it is if you have, because I would love to hear about it and talk to you guys in those comments. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you again on Friday. Bye guys.